Hello, welcome to this your channel of the beta Eurofan, that's me. Now is the turn of the reigning champion at the Junior Contest. I'm not talking in this case about France, which has made a back-to-back win as Poland did once before after the flawless performance presented by Seoul Clausura with the last edition, with which she achieved the third victory for the Gallic country, following the steps to Georgia and consolidating as a Junior Eurovision superpower with an absolutely desirable record. Despite the fact that they declined to organize another edition of the Junior Contest due to the organization of the Olympic Games which took place on last summer, they did not doubt on keeping their participation not even for a second, and evidently eyes will be on the next French entry. For this, let's take a look on who will be the next young artist that will have the task of waving the French colors in Madrid. Here we go. For today's episode, I'm going to review the French entry for Junior Eurovision 2024, which will be represented by singer Titouan with the song Comme Ci, Comme Ça, which in English translates as like this, like that. And just like that, he wants to introduce himself, looking to conquer the rest of Europe and the world with his charisma and charm. Having said this, let's move on with the review. As usual, we start by taking a brief look to his biography and career before leaving his Eurovision adventure in Spanish soil. Titouan is 14 years old and comes from the town of Quimper in French Britain, located in northwestern France. His passion for music and performing starts from very early age, even so that he started to imitate Michael Jackson at the age of 3, and he likes to listen to different musical genres regularly. He will start to get noticed in social media, especially on Instagram and YouTube, where he has been showcasing his musical and vocal skills by uploading song covers from both France and abroad every week, either playing the piano or the drums, after joined by his father playing the guitar, with which he has been gaining a wide legion of fans. Sometime later, his popularity would rise much more in 2022 with his participation in the 8th season of the French version of The Voice Kids, although he would end up eliminated during the battles phase and the singing competition Dream Team as well. More recently this year, taking advantage of his fame, he would release his first official single as a musical artist, composed by himself, then starting a very promising musical career into the French musical scene. Besides his musical side, Titouan is also passionate on movies and cooking. He likes to read manga and spend time with his family and friends. His mother usually describes him as a boy with a strong character and an extreme sensibility at the same time. Now that we have seen a little more of him, let's check out then how is that he ends up becoming the French representative for the Junior Contest. Keeping the strategy of recent years, the French public broadcaster will continue opting for an internal selection for both the artist and the song that will represent the country in neighboring Spain. Then, as it has been usual, the broadcaster will remain tight-lipped of the details about the selection process, until suddenly in last week September, they revealed the selection of Titouan as the French representative in Madrid, together with the release of the song that he will perform in the Junior Contest. A few weeks will go by after the announcement to release the official music video in the middle of this month. A call to stay united in the difference. Now I'm going to analyze in full detail about this proposal that he will defend soon at the Junior Contest. The melody in this case is a pop track which starts with a soft bass with Titouan singing just with a piano, giving an initial idea that it could be a ballad, but later with the first chorus there is much more instrumentation and the rhythm goes much faster and hectic, which is kept for the remaining of the song. His vocal skills as a singer are undeniable, especially for those who follow him frequently in his social media and his YouTube channel. For this song, he is doing both lower notes, most especially noticeable during the first verse, and moderately high notes during the chorus and the bridge. The lyrics have been written fully in French by a duo of French songwriters, standing out from them Mallory Legatinier, mostly well known as Malo, who is a renowned singer and songwriter in the French musical scene. In this sense, the song is described as a nod to tolerance and love, standing out the fact that our differences are our strengths. Titouan himself has stated to feel plenty identified with the song, hoping that every time people listen to it, they become more tolerant, more emphatic, and more respectful with the others. Reading the lyrics in detail, previously translated at Fergus, it is quite easy to appreciate the contest previously described, emphasizing the feeling of union and fraternity no matter the origin, gender, race, or personality we could have. Taking into account that it is a song with a very easy lyrics to understand, the message transmitted with it is quite implicit. Now that we have seen a little more about the song, let's see how it has been developed, the official music video for this proposal. The plot is set in this case in the train station called the Lyon in Paris, in which Titouan is getting ready to give a surprise to the passengers there. Then he is seen walking to one of the waiting rooms where there is casually a piano with a flower arrangement on it, naturally making a wink to the theme art of this year's edition. Titouan then sits in the piano and starts to play it while he sings the first verse, raising attention among the people in the waiting room, and even some of the passengers start to record the moment with their mobile phones. Towards the first chorus, when the rhythm changes, Titouan gets off of the piano as some people approach to him, moving to a much open area inside the station, and now with microphone in hand, he continues the performance with the people that turns out to be dancers, while the people that is around gets closer to watch his spontaneous performance together with the dancers while clapping to the rhythm of the song. The dynamic remains pretty similar for the second verse, although there are seen now some trumpets played by some of the dancers. And for the second chorus even there is a breakdance from one of the dancers, while there is much more people still approaching, and in some moment there is also a banner with the phrase "Love is the answer." This has reminded me for a moment the Italian entry of this year for the Junior contest. By the bridge, other dancers now appear with drums, playing them with a lot of energy, which makes the atmosphere inside the station livelier. And there comes the climax of the performance with the vocal extravaganza from Titouan, and the people is living in a much more. During the outro, people even start to dance to the rhythm of the song until Titouan finishes his performance, ending up with applause or cheering from the people. Making a summary of the comments, I think that the French entry for this year is pretty good. I consider that it is a fresh and joyful proposal which transmits a universal message and that will connect with the audience for sure. Will it be the possibility that Titouan gets another consecutive victory for the Gallic country? If that happens, it will be absolutely crazy. That will achieve the same feat done by Ireland than in the senior edition during its golden age in the 1990s, but I personally think that despite I do not see as a winning entry, I think that it's going to stand out a lot. For the staging in Madrid, I guess that we will have the same spontaneous and festive dynamic which is introduced by the music video, and then definitely will strongly appear to the interaction with the audience, so it is expected a powerful performance in this case, even without having an idea of the visual graphics they will use or if the lighting will play a particular role. In the meanwhile, we'll be waiting for the time he presents his singular proposal on the station next November. This has been the French proposal for this year at the Junior contest. Now that I have told you my thoughts about this proposal, I would like to know what do you think, if you like it or if it has not get your attention instead. In any case, leave it here in the comments down below to make discussion. And this is it for today's episode. If this video has been of your taste, I would appreciate if you give a like so you can help me to reach it to more people. Subscribe to my channel as well and enable notifications by the bell to be aware of the upcoming reviews, and follow me through my social media. Take care and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.